What you need to make sure you realize is that there are spaces that need to be filled in. Okay, so to start, teachers will probably give you stuff where it's going to be like, let's say 4x squared plus 3x minus 2. Okay, and if you look at that, the x squared, the x, and then the nothing, right? Because this is technically x to the 0, and this is technically 1, right? 2, 1, 0.
Yeah.
We look at the thing in the front. And always be careful because you look at the operation as well, okay? So you got 4, you got a 3, and you got a negative 2.
Yeah.
And then, if, let's say they divide that by, what are we doing here? Let's say, if this was an x plus 7, what would you actually divide by?
X, or no, negative, or set positive 7.
It should be a negative 7.
Negative 7.
Okay? Because that's what value is being represented there. Okay? Awesome. And then, if you want to graph things, what do you need to do? You understand all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Multiply,
bring
it over.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a remainder, what's a quick way to find a remainder? Well, let's say this, I want to use this and I want to find the remainder, right? What you can do is you can just plug it in to these values. Technically, that's nothing, right?
Yeah.
But you could do negative 7 squared, right, is 49 times 4 plus 3 times a negative 7 minus 2 times a negative 7. And that would actually give you what's left over.
Remainder.
Okay?
Yeah.
Answer is the remainder. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So it's a trick way, but just be careful because what you need to make sure is, like, for example, this, you would plug in a negative 7, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like if I had a this, you would plug in a positive 3.
So the opposite. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Have that's a 5 actually. 5 plus 6x to the 4 plus 10x to the third minus 6x squared minus 9x plus 4. Okay, so they'll give you some sort of function, okay? That's the first thing that you should expect,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Then they're going to give you something to divide by. So the first thing you want to look out for is whenever you're divided by, needs to be clear as to what that value is. Okay, so for example, the first thing your eyes should be careful about is, let's say I'm going to, what was this one done by? Divide by, so this, okay? So there's a couple things. They can just say factor, right?
Okay.
And that will be the value that you would get. So this divide by that, you would get new numbers. So the new numbers after you do the long division would be negative 2, negative 2, 2, 2, negative 1, 0. Okay?
Cool.
And so that would be, if this is divided by this, do you see how x to the 5th divided by an x gives you an x to the 4th? 3, 2, 1. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So this is the answer because if I have an x to the 5th being divided by an x, I get an x to the 4th.
Okay.
Right? Plus a 0, you don't really care because that means that it's factorable. Okay?
Yeah.
Meaning that this or x is equal 4 is a solution.
Okay.
I want you to know that, okay?
Yeah.
Another way that they can ask you is, okay, what is the remainder? If there's no remainder, right? Do you see how it gave you a 0 at the end here?
Yeah.
I can even write down this. So it's say negative 2, 6, 10, negative 6, 9, 4. That long division of the 4 leaves you, right? Negative 2 multiply over there gets a negative 8. Negative 2 multiply over here gets you another negative 8. Yep. Gives you a 2, 8, 2. Does this all make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
8, negative 1, negative 4, 0. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that means this gives me this, right? Because
Yeah.
if I had x to the fifth, x4, x3, x2, x1, x0, now this is x4, right? x3, x2. Okay?
Oh yeah.
And this is the remainder of 0.
Okay. Yeah. That makes
so it's
sense.
factorable. It is a solution.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, what if I ended up changing this and I said divided by this, then we would change this to a 3, right?
Yeah.
Change that to a 3. And then we would plug in a 3 instead, right? Right? Do you see how ugly it gets? And so that would leave us with, oh man, 81 times that 3, right? 243, 247, a remainder of 247. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So whatever number you get there is the remainder of that value. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the remainder theorem. Now an easy way to get this would just to be plug 3 into that. If I just plug 3 into that value, it will give me this number as well.